A very good afternoon, one and all. So now I would like to say something about UPS and battery banks. Okay, so now let's see that for UPS. So uninterrupted power supply, UPS, battery banks. So let us. I am taking first of all UPS. So UPS is nothing but uninterrupted power supply. So suppose if you need a UPS, the wattage are volt amperes to all equipments to plan plug into the UPS. So then the choose a UPS with some head room temperature 20 to 30% more than. So if you are not operating at full load at the all time, so that is that nothing but capacity of the UPS or load sizing of the UPS. Okay, so here the at the room temperature 20% to 30% more than. Okay, so that is about capacity or load sizing for a UPS. So next, topology is nothing but say like UPS waveform. So the purely the waveform is sinusoidal waveform. So how is it that? So here there are three major components. So components, sorry, topologies. Topologies are waveforms. So one is nothing but standby. So standby is nothing but offline UPS waveform. Next, a line interactive, and next online. So online is nothing but double conversion. So and also the output waveform matters. Many modern PCs systems have active PFC power supplies, and many requires pure sine wave output waveform rather than simulated sine wave. Otherwise you will get made the stability issues. So that is that topology or waveform of the for a UPS. So topology or waveforms or UPS. So here the mainly waveforms that occurs in sinusoidal waveforms. So that's only main thing here. Next, battery chemistry and runtime. So first of all, what is battery? So battery is nothing but it converts chemical energy into electrical energy. So it is nothing but battery. So how the battery runtime? So the battery inside the UPS and how long it will run your equipment matter. So and also how many minutes you want it to last. So the type of battery. So here the so many types of batteries. So now I am taking lead acid and lithium ion, etc., etc. So but here I am taking lead acid and lithium ion. So affects size, cost, life, maintenance. Okay, next, so these features in the operation protection, a good UPS will also offer surge protection, automatic regulation, automatic voltage regulation, AVR, automatic voltage regulation, AVR, for a low or high voltage, smart monitoring, or etc., etc. So that is that features and protection purpose only. And next, form factor and environment. So the form factor, so make sure of its fit on space, consider ventilation and heat where you install in that, and ensure input or outlet plugs match local standards. Next, future proofing. Future proofing is nothing but consider some extra capacity if you plan to add more devices later. So choose repeatedly, think about maintenance and battery replacement. Next, for portable battery banks or for, so these we are using for mobiles, tablets, or etc., etc. Okay, so for what he's saying here, for portable battery banks, for portable battery banks here we are using for mobiles, laptops, and tablets, etc., etc., for that. So how much capacity available here? So the capacity here milliamperes or watt hours. so indicates roughly how much total energy you have. So next, so output amperes or watts, number of ports, especially if you want the fast charging, so then only you can use this one. And next, safety and quality. So safety and quality, here we are chosen known as brands ensure good building certifications. Good build certifications. Next, using case. So the use case, how it is, for mobile devices maybe 10,000 to 20,000 ampere hour, milliampere hours. So it is typical. So if you want to power larger devices, look at higher capacity. So next, compatibility. Compatibility. So with your devices, that is USB, C pin, QC, PD, etc., etc. So next, suppose our India wide specific. So availability of service, parts, warranty, etc., etc. So in our India. Next, UPS units, uninterrupted power supply units. So here I'm taking brief explanation of on each. APC BX 1100C in 1100 VA back UPS. So that is, so the battery name. So this is the UPS name, APC BX 1100C. So in 1100 VA back UPS. So it is from APC 1100 volt amperes VA, which is good for moderate loads. So that is PC plus, monitor plus, small network gear. So trusted brand. So this is the mainly trusted brand. And next, cyber power. So the cyber power UT battery name, it's a EPS name. Cyber power UT 1200E UPS. So slightly higher quality and good for slightly for more load, longer runtime. Next UPS unit, the battery name, UPS unit name APC BX 600C in 600 volt amperes UPS. Budget for small loads. So it is useful for only small loads. So that is for router plus PC maybe. Next, Gibronics Gib. So this is that U725 UPS. So very budget friendly and good for minimal loads. Next, Microtech Legend 650 UPS. So these are the UPS units. And next, Luminous EcoWatt Neo 700 600 volt amperes slash 12 volts. So this is for inverter UPS type. So it is more for of an inverter with UPS style features and useful if you also deal with longer outages. The next, here brief commentary. So brief commentary. So in that brief commentary, suppose here Redmi 20,000 milliamperes. So power bank. So 20,000 milliampere hours power bank. So it is big capacity and good value also. And next, urban 10,000 milliamperes ultra compact 22 point W, so 22 point wattage, so 22.5 wattage power bank. So it is using for mid capacity, emphasis on fast charging and compact size. And next, Chroma 10,000 milliamperes hours. So it is 22.5 watts fast charging per power banks. So it is only for the power banks fast charging. So similar tire good for everyday carry for that. So 10,000 milliamperes hours. And next, ultra compact 12 watts power bank. So 12 watts power bank. So it is entry budget for basic device backup. Next, Boat Energy Showroom. Boat Energy Showroom PB 300 power bank. So it is popular local brand and good value also. And next, last one, Ambran Neos 111 Ambron is 11 10,000 milliamperes power bank. So it is very budget option only. Next, for our use, so the UPS for our use. So if you often use mobile or tablet or laptop, anything, so and want backup for travel or minor outages, that 10,000 to 20,000 milliampere hours range is fine. So if you ever want to power laptops or other larger devices, you might want higher capacity and higher output wattage banks. Next, so suppose here India or Hyderabad specific considerations. So India and Hyderabad specific considerations. So now I am taking first here India wide. So in India wise, power fluctuations, brown nuts, outages. So in parts of Hyderabad like Telangana, outages or voltage dips may occur, so by a UPS with AVR. So here AVR is nothing but automatic voltage regulation. So this is also called as automatic voltage regulation, is also called as good voltage handling. So next, suppose climate. So how is the climate that? So here the climate is nothing but heat. So the heat. So UPS battery life is impacted that by temperature. So ensure good ventilation and avoid placing UPS in very hot places or near direct sunlight. And next, after sales are battery replacements. After sales are battery replacements. So batteries degrade over time, maximum 3 to 5 years for many UPS batteries. So check cost of replacement batteries locally. So the battery should be 3 to 5 years before any significant degradation for large outages. If you expect long duration, suppose if you want long duration power cut hours, remember that typical UPS is meant for short duration turn and to allow safe shutdown or start generator. So outlet or plug compatibility. So ensure it is 230 volts and comma 50 hertz. For India wide we are using 50 hertz and single phase supply. So model you buy as plug format. This is the voltage 230 volts and 50 hertz and enough outlets for your devices. Next, battery. So the battery here, the function. So battery function stores electrical energy in the form of a DC power using a chemical process. So it is nothing but simply called as the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. So here what he is saying here, the stores electrical energy in the form of DC power using a chemical process, simply called as chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, is nothing but battery function. So examples, for examples, batteries here can range from small coin cells and motherboards to large industrial battery banks. So role, what is the battery role? So the battery role here, it is a component that provides store power, but its role depends on how it is used. So on its own, or it is just an energy storage device. UPS, uninterruptible power supply, UPS. So the what is the function? Suppose in our home, so when the main power is supply fails, so then we can use that UPS, uninterrupted power supply. So the UPS is nothing but DC to AC. Suppose AC to DC is nothing but rectifier. Okay, so in that UPS is nothing but UPS is simply called as inverter. So inverter is nothing but DC to AC. Suppose AC to DC is nothing but rectifier. So it provides immediate temporary power to connected devices when the main power source is interrupted. It is also often provides power conditioning to protect against surges, sags and other power problems. So that is that function of the UPS, uninterrupted power supply. And next, so what are the components of the UPS? So the components here: battery, inverter, charger, and control circuitry. So here the battery. So battery here, the purpose here stores the DC power only. And next, inverter. So inverter, it converts the batteries DC power to AC power for the connected device. So before we discussed that. So and next, charger. Charger is nothing but keeps the battery charged when main power is available. And next, control circuitry. Control circuits is nothing but manages the power flow switches between the main power and the battery. So how it works? So battery UPS, how it works? So the normal operation of that UPS draws power from the wall, charges and the internal battery and provides filtered AC power. AC power to the when we are connected the devices. So suppose the power failure. Here the power failure is the main component. So when the main power is lost, so suppose at our homes, suppose the power is lost, then the UPS automatically and instantly switches to the battery power, continuing to supply AC power through the inverter. So next, backup time. How much time that backup time? So the amount of time is UPS can run on battery depends on the battery's size and the power demands of the connected equipment. Next. So the main types of the UPS batteries. So many types of UPS batteries are lead acid and including VRL and floated cell. So lithium ion cell. So many types. So other types of includes nickel cadmium. So and nickel metal and hydride through the lead acid and the lithium ion are the most common in modern systems. Nowadays modern systems is nothing but nickel metal and cadmium nickel. So these are the main modern systems in the UPS. So next here we are earlier. So a very common scale maintenance free type of lead acid battery, which can be either an AGM. Here AGM is nothing but absorbent glass mat, so or gel battery. And next VLA, so vented lead acid, so it is also known as flooded or wet cell batteries. So these requires maintenance such as adding distilled water. So in the distilled waters we are using VLA. VLA is nothing but vented lead acid. And next, last one, here pure lead VRLA. So a specific type of VRLA battery. Next. So other types. So here the other types is nothing but nickel, cadmium. So suppose here I am taking nickel cadmium. So here nickel cadmium, an industrial type of battery known as for its durability and performance in an extreme temperatures. Next, nickel metal hydride. So it is less common but a more environmentally friendly option compared to nickel cadmium. So next, lithium iron phosphate. So lithium iron phosphate, so LIFE PO4. So the chemical name PO4. So a type of lithium ion battery often used when high cycle stability is needed. So next, so these are the references. So here the references main I am taking from the two books. So the two books is nothing but first one, S. Singh and R.D. Singh, Electrical Engineering, Electrical Estimating and Costing. So it is Dhanpat Rai, 1997. So the websites are for IS standards. So and next, H. Joshi residential, commercial and industrial systems. So this is nothing but MC Grahil Education 2008. So basically, so till now what we have discussed, so in the UPS and battery banks we discussed for an UPS and capacity for that, loading size and topology, waveforms, and next the battery chemistry and runtime, features and protection, form factor, environment, and future proofing. And next, for portability battery banks, for portability battery banks is nothing but for mobiles or tablets or laptops. So capacity, output, ampere for watts, so that is number of ports, safety and quality, use case, compatibility, and India specific. And next here, UPS units. So the UPS units, some battery cases. UPS is nothing but some battery cases. Gbronics, APC, BX 600C. So these are the many types of batteries available here. And next, brief commentary. So we are giving that on UPS and batteries, brief commentary. So how we are using that? And next, so that is India and Hyderabad specific considerations for both the UPS and battery banks. So the types of batteries and the degradation. So from how to, so that is how much years the degradation. Let's take that here, 3 to 5 years degradation. And next, battery function, how it works, examples, role. Next, here in the UPS function, components, battery, inverter, charger, and control security. So how it works in normal operation, power failure, backup time. And types of batteries, so lead acid and nickel metal hydride, cadmium nickel. So these are the types of batteries. And next, so other types, nickel cadmium, nickel metal hydride, lithium iron phosphate, so life PO4. So chemical name is nothing but life PO4. So these are the today class. Thank you.